badge number?
I don't have a shield number. I'm not a shield number.
Your name?
I'm Lieutenant Migliardi.
Lieutenant
Migliardi.
Migliardi. Okay, thank you so much.
So basically what transpired is you saw the body cam, saw the Mishigriki was being focused on scene, correct?
I'm sorry.
Sergeant Mishigriki.
I can't understand you because of the mask. I'm safe. I will back up as much as you can. If you could just remove it. Okay, thank you.
Sergeant Mishigriki was on scene, correct?
After the fact.
Okay. But he was on scene
After the fact, yes.
Okay. He conducted this interview. I believe he explained to you about the report, about
how to get a copy of it, yes.
Correct. That the report is not generated on the scene.
That's not my issue.
No,
I understand. No, I understood that.
Okay. That obviously it has to go back to the precinct, they have to input it, number, generated.
He explained that perfectly. Actually, the only reason I'm putting a complaint on the, I can't pronounce his name, is because he's refusing to take the report. Other than that, he was very...
You're losing me here. Was it the male sergeant that you have the issue with?
No, everybody. Oh, no, everybody. Everybody on scene.
Okay.
I have an issue with everybody on scene.
Okay. What was specifically the issue that you had with each person on scene?
Okay, so...
This is what I'm trying to...
All right, so that I will clearly explain. With the female officer, see, this is why I needed to record it, her name. She approached me. She asked me to de-escalate, and I did try to de-escalate. And I also explained to her that I speak loudly. I have an inner ear thing, and I just speak loudly. That's my voice. As you can see, like even now, I know I speak loudly. So I explained to her, like, yo, I want to file a report. He threatened me. I feel like he could do what it is. I think it was menacing. I feel like she didn't appreciate me saying that it's menacing. I feel like she didn't appreciate that I didn't want to forgive my personal information. But I was complying. I gave her my name. I gave her my date of birth. And I was saying, if you need an address, you can use my job address. I don't feel comfortable, I don't feel safe giving out my personal information, and under the Fourth Amendment right, I don't have to give it to you. You understand? Because there are other ways. You need an address, 102 Pilling Street. Very simple, right? After that, she became passively aggressive. She no longer was engaging to me. Her tone of voice was aggressive. You understand? And like I said, Officer Washington was cordial. Her demeanor and her voice was calm. When you approach a scene, you don't come with the expectation of the person who is elevated to automatically be compliant. Even though I feel like I was elevated, I think I was very compliant. Even though I was elevated. And I recognized that I was elevated. And I explained to them, look, I was just threatened. So right now, I'm heightened. And you should come with that understanding.
Did Officer Espinal tell you she was going to take the report? Did Officer Espinal tell you she was going to take the report?
She said she wasn't going to report menacing.
Okay. But did she take a report?
I don't know. She never told me.
Okay. Because on her body camera, it states that she said she was going to take a report.
She was going to take a report. But the thing is, she was gonna, and did she do it? Are two different things. Okay. So that's that. You understand? Because you're saying, did she say that she wasn't?
I'm just asking.
Right. Because she didn't do it right there and then, and I was asking for it right there and then.
She was going to do it in the vehicle, which they normally would do. They would normally
right.
do.
And I wanted, and yes.
Standard. That's how they normally
work.
And then obviously it's going to go back to the precinct.
Right. And so my issue with Miss Espinal is that she was giving me false information. She was telling me that I had to go to one police plaza in order to get a copy of the report. So what I wanted was exactly what the other lady said. If you want the report number, you come to the 83rd precinct. That is what I'm used to. That's the information that I'm used to. Because you go to if you want a report or a report number or a copy of the report, typically going to the precinct, you can get that. To my understanding. Right. Thank you. And she did not say that. Okay. She told me that you have to go to one police plaza. That's false information.
Okay.
You don't do that.
But on her body camera, she can be heard. Now, I'm not debating whether
Mm-hmm.
you can hear her say
Mm-hmm.
the 83rd precinct or one police plaza.
She never said. So, like I said, so like when she statement that. So I'm asking a question. So when she made that statement, where was I located in the body cam?
You were a little distance away. Is it possible that you...
Right, little distance away. So that's what I'm saying. So no. So I just want you to. I want to make sure that you recognize that I was a distance away. Right.
Is it possible that maybe you didn't hear her completely?
No, the first time she did not say 83rd or one police plaza. Now, if maybe after the first initial time she gave me the information that she repeated and then say 83rd precinct, and I'm not gonna deny that because I can't confirm nor deny it. I can't say that she didn't say it. I can't say that she did say it.
I just...
Right, you can, but you're asking me. So I'm just letting you know that from.
It was stated whether it was heard. That's a minor thing.
But no, it's not a minor thing because now we're talking about when did she say only one police plaza? Because the first time that I asked for that information, she only said one police plaza.
Again, so when her body camera went on, she clearly said the 83rd precinct or one police plaza. She did say that. So whether or not it was heard, again,
Okay, so fine. So okay. So we're like that was almost semantics right there, but we're good. We got out of it.
Her
We go.
demeanor is what bothered you, correct?
Correct, obviously.
Okay. You can file a CCRB with.
Okay, so that's with her.
Okay. And that's no
Right.
problem. You can do that. That's fine. That's your right,
Right.
to do that. We can either provide you with the information to contact CCRB, however you want to do it. The paperwork, if you want to do it here, or if you want to do it direct with them.
Now, what about the refusal to take the accident report? Because whether now look, this is where the disconnect is between me and the sergeant. Regardless if he believed it happened or not, right? I showed him proof. A report should be taken. Discretion on a police officer determines on certain situations, right? An accident, you have to report that. It's a vehicle accident. Now, when it comes to menacing or harassment or things like that, you can de-escalate the situation. Sometimes you could give a notice to appear or an infraction rather than arrest. That's talking about this discretionary of the law is what I'm talking about. I don't know if now when it comes to vehicle accidents, what is the level of discretion of an officer can have in that moment?
So when they looked and Sergeant Strickey went and he spoke to you, he also contacted someone who was a witness at the scene.
So the thing is that with eyewitnesses is not 100%. A camera is 100%.
But sir, I just witnessed your video and it's pointed down. I cannot see if the car is...
So that's for your determination.
But I also had to review her body camera and whoever was on scene. And I did not notice that. What I'm asking you is I cannot determine if this is what's going on.
Right. But can we allow the court system to determine that? Can we allow somebody who is not directly connected to the police department to determine that thing? Because the thing is that, so I'm sorry, I apologize for cutting you off because you're cutting me off. The thing is that there's no impartiality when you're the one giving the opinion. So the reason why I wanted the accident report taken is because it should be left up to the courts to determine if the vehicle accident is liable, criminal, or any of those sorts, or if there's any repercussions or anything that needs to be. The courts make that decision, not the police officer in the street. The police officer, Officer Mara, I apologize for not pronouncing his name, the sergeant on scene. The sergeant on scene, his duty was to take the accident report.
That's incorrect.
Excuse me.
That's incorrect. I'm telling you what a policy.
Okay, so explain to me what is the policy, and I'm gonna tell you right now. I will research this, and if you are incorrect, I already got your name. But
Let's see. Our policy in the police department.
When it comes to vehicle accidents.
When a supervisor is requested, the officer requests the supervisor to do the problem. The officer reported to what was going on with to the supervisor. The supervisor.
I apologize for my fidgetiness.
Field investigation as to what went on. The supervisor on scene made a determination.
And where's the impartiality?
He, as the supervisor, sir, has the impartiality.
How is he impartial?
But sir, that is how the procedure is for the police
Well,
department.
and I'm asking, how can he create impartiality?
Whether it was a lieutenant, whether it was a captain, whether it was a chief, it wouldn't.
So I just want to. So then, what's the process that I have to do to move forward? Because I'm also gonna make a complaint on you as well.
Okay. You can, like I said.
Because the thing is that all I'm asking is for a report to be made.
I'm trying to help you.
I understand that you're trying to help me, but
I'm trying to explain to you what's going on. I'm trying to explain to you our procedure.
Right, I understand. Procedure doesn't trump my rights, though. Procedure doesn't trump. It doesn't trump my rights to be protected.
No, I'm saying it does.
Okay, so then.
So you have to understand something. I was not on the scene.
Of course you weren't. So because you weren't exactly.
I just met you.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to understand what's going on. That's what I'm trying to.
So can I? So I just want to ask. So I just want to give this scenario, right? So since you're not on the scene, right? You didn't see the thing. You didn't see the accident. You have the witness who said.
I can only go with what I see.
Right.
And
Okay.
I'm not saying there's.
But can I finish? I'm just trying to finish. So can you explain to me how is it that you become judge and jury, because now you're determining whether or not there was an accident? Now, if I say that look, if I say I had an accident and I show whether it to your perspective, conclusive or not conclusive, inconclusive, if it's 100% sure, the report should still be taken and let the litigation and let the court system determine, I'm almost done, determine whether or not liability is placed, whether or not if it was an accident, all of that. That is not up to you, the officer, the law enforcement officer, to make that determination. You don't have discretion over whether or not it was an accident or not. If I come and I show you, even if it's an inkling of proof, then I'm not giving. So the reason why I feel like I'm deprived, and I'm gonna start implementing Article 18 right now, which you guys should know that U.S. Code Article 18. I'm implicating that right now. That you guys are depriving me of my right to be represented in the court in order to determine if whether or not this police officer acted appropriately or inappropriately. You have not given me the opportunity. You're not allowing me to make an accident report against a police officer.
Did I ever tell you did I ever say
Are you going to make a police report?
Did I ever speak to you about that? Did I ever say to you that I was not going to allow it? What I explained to you is how the procedure works. And when you asked about impartiality, the impartiality is that a supervisor who is not involved.
I apologize, I can't hear you.
A supervisor is the impartial party, whether you agree with that procedure or not. That is the police department's procedure.
I just want to see impartiality, that's what I'm just saying.
Please let me finish. I let you speak. Please let me speak. Okay?
You just asked a question, I apologize.
Please let me speak.
Okay.
The impartiality that you asked for was a supervisor, an uninvolved party that arrived on the scene, uninvolved, did not interact with you directly in your initial, conducted a field investigation, and determined that no accident took place by reviewing what you provided, in addition to the information and speaking to witnesses. He spoke to witnesses on. Please let me finish.
No, look.
He spoke to witnesses on the scene and reviewed also the body-worn camera of that. He reviewed the body-worn camera of the officers.
How did he review the body camera on scene, man, sir? He had not no point in time did
Sir, he went back to the precinct, and he also spoke to the investigating officer.
While I came here, sir.
Sir,
please
exactly.
explain. But like what I'm asking for is describe the scenario and as it went through. You're explaining the way I interpreted. The way I interpreted was that
there is no court litigation.
Because you're not allowing me to get there.
But sir, I'm telling you, there is no court litigation.
How do you know?
Because I work for the police department.
But you're not. So what? You know how many officers don't know the law? A lot of officers don't know the law.
Sir, we know the procedure, and what I'm telling
Okay,
you is the reason is you.
Are you telling me every one of these people know the procedure? So if I pull one out and I give him a quick express or give him a quick test and I say, what's the procedure? They're going to tell me exactly what you're telling me?
They absolutely should, yes.
They should, but will they? That's the difference.
Sir, we're splitting hairs, right?
No, so the thing is that we are, I'm going to agree with you and say, yes, we are splitting hairs, because right now is the determination on whether or not a police officer gets an accident report on their record, which may get them to lose their job. I was a police officer. I was a correctional officer in Florida. I understand that you need the cleanest record in the face of the earth. I also understand that when I used to show my correction badge and I was going a couple of miles over the speed limit, as long as I was cordial and awesome with the police officer, they were like, yo, buddy, get your butt home safe. So I know the thin line. I know the blue line. What I'm asking for, excuse me, sir, whether you want to admit that it's happened, whether you want to acknowledge it, that's not up to me. I'm just letting you know that I know a little bit about the law. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I have a master's degree in social work. So how can I go about to make an accident report? Because that's what I want.
Sir.
And if you don't, and if not, then you're refusing me service. You're depriving me of my rights.
Okay.
And I will start invoking Article 18 on this, because you are not respecting me.
I have given you the options to which you can go.
So how can I go about making an accident report?
You can call the civilian complaint review board.
That doesn't work. I want an accident report
Sir,
made by the precinct.
There is no accident report as officer.
So you see this right now. What's your name again, sir?
Migliardi.
Migliardi. Can you spell that for me, sir?
Migliardi.
And your department?
Patrol Borough, Brooklyn North, New York City Police Department, sir.
What was that again?
New York City Police Department, Patrol Borough, Brooklyn North.
Okay, and your rank?
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant. Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. So that is splitting hairs, because when you don't allow or you don't make the police report, what is my next step? Because I don't want just a complaint. I want to make an accident report. I don't want to just make a complaint. I want to make an accident report. I was struck by the car. Now your witnesses says, oh, this, that, and the other. That's okay. You can have on your witness list, when we go to court, this is the witness. This is what the witness said. Or you can have an affidavit or whatever, and that is presented to the court. Then I take my evidence and I give it to, this is my witness, and I give it to the court, and then let them make the determination. So in order for me to get to that point, I need a report made, and you are refusing to give me that report. Is that right, or am I wrong in that description? I apologize for stepping forward. I can't hear you.
The accident report that you're requesting, sir, is not the procedure. As I just explained to you, a supervisor, whether it's in the rank of lieutenant, captain,
okay,
whomever, would be the investigating supervisor.
Okay, awesome. So here's my question. So let's say I get hit by a car. The car drives away. I call 911. I say I just had a hit and run. What do?
They would conduct a field investigation, which is exactly what Sergeant Bashriki did, sir.
Right. They would investigation. And I'm over here saying, I got hit. You guys were not there. You guys did not see the accident. You guys did not see anything. Okay. What is the procedure then? Are you not going to let that person file a report? Because I have proof. I have proof of who hit me. I have their identification. I have videotape of them hitting me. Now, whether you agree with that or not, that's not for you to make that determination.
But it is for the police department.
No, I understand. The police department. But there's no impartiality when it comes to you. And the reason why there's no impartiality is because you guys are from the same team. You guys are both officers. You guys do not want to see a fellow officer lose their job. I know why. Excuse me. Don't please. Look. Your personal belief is very different from what every.
But you're making an assumption that's incorrect.
Okay, I'm making an assumption from pretty much what society is saying right now.
But that's incorrect, sir.
Excuse me. Look. My assumption is from my own opinion. My opinion cannot be incorrect because it's an opinion. Now, I'm not here saying that it's a fact. That's my opinion. We're splitting hairs again, sir, and it's not the point. But it's not. That's okay. We're splitting hairs again, though. The point of the matter is I want to make an accident report on Officer Espinal. I want to make an accident report against Officer Espinal.
Sir, there was no accident report.
So, Lieutenant Migliardi is denying me services. Say that, please.
Sir,
he shook his head. He just nodded his head. He just nodded his head in agreement that he is denying me services. I will.
No, I did not.
You just nodded your head. I just said that you nodded your head. I apologize. So if you deny it, okay. I apologize for raising my voice. Let me calm down. I'm calming down.
Calm down. I have offered you.
Excuse me. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm still triggered. Please.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay. So I exercised some breathing exercises. I'm de-escalated again. Continue, sir.
What I had offered you initially is that I was not denying you any type of services. Please stop for a second. Let me finish.
No, I'm not. I haven't said anything.
I spoke to you. I explained to you our procedure. I explained to you that if you were unhappy with the demeanor of Officer Espinal and how she worked, that I was glad to provide you with the ability. Whether we did it or however you wanted to do this,
Right.
we would forward your complaint for her demeanor to the civilian complaint
Okay.
to be independently investigated.
And can I stop you right there? Can I interrupt
I
you?
haven't got an answer if
Can
that's
I-
what you wanted to do.
May I interrupt you? Just real quick. I apologize. And I already explained, and it says it here, that I understand that. And we already came to that understanding. Now, this is a separate issue because, excuse me, I just gave you the respect. Please give it back. Now, one incident, it's two incidents with the same officer. One incident is her demeanor. Correct. The second incident is the car accident. Now, you've given me a venue, you've given me an alleyway to go move forward with her demeanor. You've given me that. I am not saying you didn't. What you are denying me, what you are refusing is the accident report, because that is a separate incident. That is not an incident about her demeanor. Now we're talking about possibly bodily harm. I still haven't gone to the hospital. I don't know if my arm is hurt, fractured, broken, bruised. I don't know anything yet. So because there is no determination of bodily injury, there's no I'm giving you proof that I got hit by something. I'm giving you proof that the officer was refusing to identify herself. Now I'm telling you,
Which would be addressed by the
excuse me, I'm not done yet. I apologize. I'm not done yet. I'm giving you evidence. It's my evidence. It's my witness. Just the way she has her witness, I have my witness, which is the video camera. Now my witness says that she hit me. Your witness says he did it. She didn't hit him. That's the break. That's the splitting of the hairs. And your sergeant, Marshal whatever, I apologize for not pronouncing his name right, he does not have impartiality. Why? Because now please let me finish explaining. Because in a normal citizen to citizen interaction that would happen, he would be an impartial person. Why? Because there's no connection to each citizen. He is the impartial party because he is the police. Now in this situation, it's citizen versus police. There is no impartiality because one of the people or one of the parties involved is a police officer. So how can you tell me that the sergeant is the impartial party when one of the people involved in the incident is a police officer? Please explain to me, how can a sergeant have impartiality when one of the parties in the incident is a police officer? There is no impartiality, bro. There's no. I'm sorry. I apologize. It was a redundant. There is no impartiality, sir.
If that's what you believe, then
There's not that what I believe, sir. Look, sir. You could Google impartiality. Impartiality means that you look at a defendant, an opponent, and you treat them fairly and just. He was not impartial. There was no neutrality. There's no neutralness. You understand? So because there's no impartial, he's not an impartial party, because he is a police officer, and one of the parties in the incident is a police officer, there's no impartiality. You cannot tell me, and I just recognized I heard my voice. I apologize for yelling. You cannot tell me that there's impartiality. You can't tell me that you can be impartial. If me and him get into it right now, you're telling me that you're going to run down from your office, not being involved of the party, and you're going to go against him?
if he's wrong, absolutely.
Yo, I mean, in the initial, I'm not talking about after the effect. Yo, come on, because you're like, be realistic, and you're not being realistic. No.
That's my job.
Sir, your job is to do that. But humanity and you're not gonna tell me that you're gonna come in here.
So that's your opinion.
Okay, no, it's not my opinion. That's the way the human brain works. I'm a psychologist. You can't tell me that.
But my job
Right.
is to determine whether they did something wrong, and if it is, correct it. That's my job as a supervisor.
Sir, the sergeant did not take down a report that was needed to be taken down. Sir, the sergeant did not take a report that he needed to take. How is that not a wrong? He refused services. You as a public servant cannot refuse services. You as a public servant cannot refuse services. Look, it's not up to you to determine that. It is up to the judicial system. That's why we call it a criminal justice system. I apologize. It's called the criminal justice system. It's a criminal justice system. Law and order, law enforcement officers enforce the law. Right. And that's it. It stops right there. Because then you put me through bookings. You put the person through bookings. They get indicted, and they either get bail or they sit in jail. And then after whatever time, they go to the courts, and then the courts decide that. That's for the criminal court. Civil court is also the same process. You, the law enforcement officer, it could be even an infraction from the city or something building. They give a report. They create a report. After the report is made, an investigation happens and then determines whether or not anything was wrongdoing. You do not make that determination. You are not part of the judicial system. You are law enforcement, and that's it. And I'm asking you to enforce the law. There was an accident. I have a witness that shows I was hit. You have a witness that says he didn't get hit. Now, let the court decide that. Not you, sir.
Your video shows...
That does not up to you to determine. It's not up to you to determine, sir. This is so funny because, like, you actually are. Is it bothering me that you want me to move away for?
I'm going to provide you with the civilian complaint of the board's contact.
I already have that. I want a report. I want an accident report.
Sir, have a seat.
No, I'm good. I'm standing.
Okay, then you have...
If you're elevated, then you want to go take a step back. I'm good.
I've been very cordial.
No, we've both been very cordial. I think we've been awesome. I think this is like, I'll be honest, you are one of the best interactions I've ever had with a police officer.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Look, my job is to try to explain to the people that may
Right.
not understand how this is wrong.
No, but I do.
And I get that, okay?
No, but I do.
So,
That's the difference, is that I do.
but I don't know if you know exactly how...
No, I wouldn't claim that. And I wouldn't claim that either.
You would be wrong if you knew how we operate, because we obviously work for the police.
So then give me a copy of all your penal laws and codes, please.
The penal law includes the public records, so that they're New York State penal law. It's
Right. So like I'm just late. So let me show me the statute. So show me the statute that says, show me the statute and the penal code that says that a police officer can make that determination on whether or not to take a report down. Show me the law, not policy, because policy doesn't trump law. Policy doesn't trump law. Policy does not trump law. Procedure does not trump law.
criminal procedure law. That's the basis of criminal procedure law.
Chris, yeah, and show me it. Show me where a sergeant can make the determination that there was an accident or not. That's what I'm asking for.
Sir, that's the basis of investigating it.
And I'm asking you. And I'm asking you, sir, where does it say? Give me the code. If it's in there, if it's the basis, if it's the spirit of it, let me know. I'll wait, I'll sit down, I'll wait. Go make a copy of it.
Procedure law book in front of me.
Okay, so go make a copy of it, Bob. I'm here.
You don't have one here.
Yo, that's not up to me. That's up to y'all. Y'all should have it here. So, but let me know, what's the penal code? You don't have a penal code, so can I please make an accident report, please? Sir, can you please make an accident report for me, please? But can somebody please, is there anybody in this precinct that will make an accident report for me? Because we don't have to abide by what the lieutenant says. You can make an accident report if you feel fit. And this is where I say, and this is the blue line that people talk about. Because, sir, I have proof that I got hit by a car, sir. You know what? It's okay. What do you want me to hang? For what, sir? For what, sir?
Because I would like to speak to Sergeant Shrieky, okay? And I'd like to speak to him again.
But what do you need me to stay here for? That's what I'm asking
Because
for.
I'd like to finish speaking with you, sir. I'm waiting.
Oh, okay. No. I thought you were done with me. I thought you wanted me to stay here because you wanted to like do something else. That's why I wanted to. So you want to finish speaking with me? Okay. No. I'm understanding. Go ahead.
I would just like to speak to Sergeant Shrieky if I can.
And about what, sir?
I would like to look to see if there was anything else. Because again, sir, as I explained to you, there was a witness at the scene who claimed.
Okay, and I have a witness at the scene too, sir.
Is there a person or is he
A person don't mean anything. A video don't lie. Videos don't lie. That's the thing. That's the difference between people. Video don't lie. It literally says, you could look it up at any psych book. Memory is not 100%. Recollection is not 100%. So then you can't put that on that. You can't be like that. Nah. I have a witness as well, and my witness says that I did get hit. So you see, I have a witness that says yes, I did. You have a witness that says no, you didn't. So now let the court decide that. Not you, sir. Not law enforcement, sir. Why? And I say it again, because there's no impartiality. Now, if this was citizen to citizen, I will have to eat it. I will have to eat it, because you know what? It's citizen to citizen, and the impartial party said, yo, there's no accident, bro. Like, I'm sorry, you mad, you upset, I get it, I feel it, but there's nothing for it because there's not enough proof, there's not enough evidence, whatever. You understand? But this is not an impartial party, sir. This is a police officer to another police officer and a refusal of service. That's what that is, sir. In the spirit of the law and the definition of it all, the police officer cannot be impartial, especially when in the... No, it's not subjective, sir. It's not subjective. Explain to me how impartiality happens when there's two police officers involved.
If a supervisor in the police department is tasked, regardless of ensuring that the officer...
Oh my God. You're expecting for me to...
We discipline officers all the time.
Where? Show me that list. Show me that list. Show me the list. When was the last time you arrested an officer? When was the last time you gave an officer a traffic ticket?
When's the last time I've written officers up? We write officers up.
When was the last time you gave an officer an accident ticket? When was the last time you gave to an officer a moving infraction?
Sir, first of all,
Excuse me, no, I'm asking a question. When was the last time an officer, you or any one of you, wrote a ticket of a traffic infraction on a police officer? You're not going to tell me that if you have an infraction on your record, you're not going to lose your job, you're not going to get fired, or you're not going to have some type of disciplinary on your record? Bros, people, officers. I apologize for yelling. Officers, I'm asking, when was the last time you gave an officer a ticket?
Sir, first of all, I haven't done this.
So when was the last time? When, bro? When? Because right now, all I'm trying to do is I want to make a simple accident report on another human being. Oh, I apologize. I want to make a report that another human being hit me with their car. What do I have to do, sir?
Please stand by, okay? And just please sit tight for a minute. I'm gonna get you some paperwork, and just please sit tight.
I already have the thing for the civil board. What I want is a report made. That's what I want. And if I don't have it, then that's fine. I will leave with no problem. But you will be hearing from my attorneys. You will be hearing from my attorneys. How dare you? Go talk to the lawyer. Go talk to Mariotti. I'll be here. You're dismissed. What's wrong with these people, man? That's crazy. Yeah, point at me. It's okay. You're a public servant. You work for the public. Remember that. God bless you. Damn.